FM. We're also streaming from that SuperTalk Mississippi app. We hope you've downloaded that. Always, too, on your local SuperTalk Mississippi radio station. And don't forget about watching us on your computer, your mobile device. You can always find us at SuperTalk TV. And don't forget our SuperTalk Mississippi news team. They are always covering your Mississippi stories and do a great job. You can easily stay up to date with all the headlines and their free weekly newsletter over at supertalk.fm/newsletter. But it's Monday, so we got JT in the house to talk about the good headlines that are
real good.
The real good. We always need a little bit of break from those things that make us sad, mad, or indifferent. So this is all the things that make us happy, glad, and, a little bit cheerful. And it's beautiful weather for it. So
gorgeous weather. It's a beautiful day. It's March. We got daylight coming in later after daylight saving.
Even if this is the Monday-est Monday ever, I will mention I heard you on mornings this morning at like 6:40?
You woke up with Super Talk.
Well, I'm even up earlier because going to the gym a little. I thought, JT, it's like really like 5:30 for him because it takes a few days to sort of get through with.
Yeah, and Mondays are my earliest days. And then the week gets gradually better, and then Friday is the busiest day. So at least we have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
And we got some good weather today, so it's a beautiful day outside. But it's also a good time to keep up with all the things. It's the start of American Idol, The Voice, all of these got new seasons coming back. Y'all know Mississippi always pops in and shows up and shows out. And that was no different. Was it last night?
It was last night, and I'm all about some American Idol.
And I tend to lean toward The Voice a little more, only because that's just the station we watch more than anything else. Has zero to do with anything else. So,
well, the deal with The Voice, and I love The Voice, and I love our Mississippians who go on The Voice and dominate. But The Voice now does 2 seasons a year.
Yeah, and it gets a little, yes. So American Idol is only 1.
But they're making money, I guess. American Idol is only 1. And last night was the premiere for season 23. And of course, in the premiere, there was a Mississippian.
Yay!
Her name is Lily Roden. And I really encourage the listeners to remember that name, because she's already a star in the Meridian area. And she could soon become a star on the national scene. And I cut some audio for you if you want to take a listen back to her audition last night.
All right.
In the midnight hour, she cried more. With a rebel yell, she cried more. Wow!
Let's vote. I'm excited. It's a yes for me. Luke, what's your vote?
I'm a no.
No. Really?
Down to me.
Down to you,
Down
girl.
to you.
The great thing about having myself, Luke, and Lionel, we all bring our own experience to the table. We've all got different ears. I think you deserve a chance to get in there and shake things up, so I am a yes.
You're going to Hollywood.
I'm telling you, there's something magical here.
She worked that hair.
Y'all crazy.
You know what it
I'm
is?
so crazy.
Come on.
Yes, I love it.
Doesn't that make you smile?
Carrie in her little country, yes.
Yes.
I loved it. And, Meridian is the winner. I know The Voice, not American Idol, but Todd Tillman, so there must be something in the water there.
And then
at
Holly
Meridian.
Brand
on
The Voice as well. She was top 8. So
now this is Meridian's opportunity to
get a little Idol action in.
So you watch that show a little bit more than I do. So what happens next? I mean, they'll go through the blind audition, or not the blind auditions, that's The Voice. So what's the stage of it right now?
So I do encourage people to keep watching. However, you probably will not see Lily, our Meridian girl, until probably a few more weeks from now, because right now what they're doing is they're introducing us to the auditions that happened during the off season.
Right.
They take the best of the best and sometimes the worst of the worst and put them on there for, our smiles, our enjoyment. So you'll have auditions for probably a few weeks, and then you'll get into the live portions.
Do they still, I know in the very beginning of Idol, that was part of it, was bringing in folks who just couldn't carry a tune in a bucket for, Simon at that point to, be like, why? Do they still have some, because even on The Voice, you don't have people not everybody who comes to the auditions make it on the show, but I feel like everybody's more talented than I am. There's some that used to show up on Idol. I was a little more talented than maybe they were.
A lot more talented. And I can't sing. But, Idol got hot at the beginning because
Yes.
of the bad ones.
Correct.
I mean, they went viral, became famous because they were so bad during their auditions, and that worked for a little while. And then you saw Idol kind of go down. And I think it was because people weren't taking it as serious because they were profiting off of poor performances. But then Idol, they had a little hiatus and they had a remake. And of course, the people who won Idol, I mean, Carrie Underwood, right?
Kelly Clarkson was the first.
Right. The people who won Idol were extremely talented. But I think what stuck in people's minds were the bad auditions. And so during this hiatus, they took some time, they reevaluated, and they said, you know what? Yes, we already had a lot of talent, but we're going to capitalize on that rather than the bad performances. And we're going to coach these kids up, and we're going to do our best to make them stars. And so they and The Voice have kind of gotten on similar scales when it comes to actually trying to lead these aspiring musicians to stardom.
America's Got Talent, which we know is part of why we love Chapel Hart, brought them to the forefront. But they still sometimes lend to the bad. But it's not just singing. It's usually all the different mixed kind of entertainment in that can be really bad. So you still get a little of that.
Yeah, and you still get that with Idol too. And it's a nice, moment of relief,
And you're also like, oh, your mama should have been honest with you.
Yeah, and who knows? They may still go TikTok famous or whatever the kids do now. But the deal with Lily Roden, okay, so she's from Meridian, and you probably heard in the clip, she was singing Billy Idol's Rebel Yell, but she put a metal twist to it. She's kind of a hard rocker is what I'm getting. She's got kind of the goth look, and I like her. Yeah. I really do. And, I said earlier, the people around Meridian know her. I know she's been on SuperTalk Meridian multiple times, because back in 2023, she won the Jimmy Rogers Festival Talent Competition.
Cool. Which is coming up soon, too, back in May.
Coming up soon. And so she won the same event that Elvis Presley, Randy Houser, Faith Hill participated in.
That's cool.
And now, you see this sometimes at American Idol or The Voice. It's just the next step for some people. They've tried the other routes, but they need to go through.
There's so many routes that you can sort of take now. I mean, there's not just one sort of way of doing it in terms of an entertainer. Why not spread the spaghetti and see what sticks?
And so I like her. We had Jennifer Jeffries last year from Starkville, and she brought this Arctic Monkeys kind of twist with her that Idol hadn't really seen. This could be the same thing for Lily. So we'll see.
You'll have to keep us on. You have to keep us. Don't let us miss when the lives come up and she comes back out.
I will for sure keep you updated. I will. But American Idol is Sunday night at 7 Central every week from here on out until the end of the season. And real quick on the song, she sang "Rebel Yell," Billy Idol. A lot of people know he based that song off of his girlfriend. You remember a few weeks ago I shared the fun fact with you about the Rolling Stones? Fun fact number 2.
Is there a Mississippi connection?
No Mississippi connection.
That's fine.
Well, I'm sure if we get on the drawing board enough, we can find one.
I was like, no way.
But with Rebel Yell, so him and the Stones were at an event. Billy Idol had been thinking that I'm going to write a song about my girlfriend. And he just needed something tangible. And he saw the Stones drinking a bottle of Rebel Yell whiskey. And he said, that's it. That's the tangible I need. I already know I'm going to write about my song. So inspiration plus tangible, bam, he got a hit. And
that's cool.
Now we have a Mississippian singing it on one of the biggest stages.
That's really cool, and hopefully she'll go far in that. But if people want to see live concerts on stages, it's spring, summer's coming. We've got lots of things headed to stages near us.
We do. Lots and lots. I mean, and first of all, we're just going to call this the music segment with Rebecca and JT, but it is Mississippi Musicians Month. So I encourage everyone, the first ever, because I guess the lawmakers had to pass that last year. I encourage everybody to go find your favorite local musician, tell them thank you, that you support them, and encourage them to keep going. Because as you know, art is hard.
Art is hard. And to always remind folks here on Good Things that they are like local businesses. It's like shop small. When you still download their music or go to one of their concerts, you are supporting, a local business. Especially if they're an indie artist.
I dare someone to look up how little a musician makes off of Spotify.
Yeah.
It's hard out there, but you got to give them major kudos for what they're doing. But yes, lots of concerts coming to a place near you. A month from today, 91-year-old Willie Nelson will be in Brandon.
God bless him.
And we got word today that Hank Williams Jr. will also be in Brandon on Friday, June 6th.
Fun fact, though, about him, he loves coming down and crappie fishing on the reservoir, the Barnett
Chris
Reservoir.
Stapleton.
No.
Willie Nelson.
Jr. Hank
Hank Williams Jr. Chris Stapleton was in my mind because that was the other concert announced today. They all fish here, but Chris Stapleton will be at the Ellis Theater in Philadelphia on Saturday, April 12th, 2 days after Willie. All money will go to the Congress of Country Music. So cool. Lots of stuff going on. And, of course, we give out tickets every now and then on SuperTalk, so just keep listening.
And make your plans to go to your favorite concert over at supertalk.fm/lifestyle. You'll see all the lineup there. Thank you, JT.
You're the best, Rebecca.
All right, stick with us. More for you up next.